Hey everybody, we're kind of between projects at the moment, so, and we haven't really done anything too slaughtery in a little bit, so I figured let's go ahead and just consume some delicious junk food. This is Junkfood 2, MAP10, it's like the Doritos lab incident, and when we go ahead and hit that switch way over there, and you can see there's like a orange pillar way in the distance that is, it's hard to see it from all the way over here, but it's slowly lowering. A Doritos research lab incident. But when that lowers, there's a door at the end that will open up. Like right about now. Let's just go ahead and start the run. Yeah, there we go. Grab the infinite BFG. It's probably the greatest new feature that Junkfood 2 brought to the table. Junkfood 3 brings an infinite rocket launcher and does some additional weapon tuning, so that is also very nice. But what we're going to do is, there's actually some arch files. Well, there's cyber demons all over the place too, but there's some arch files to our right. We're just going to go ahead and deal with revenants while we let them get a little bit closer. It's an invuln like right in front of us. We're just going to go ahead and... Wow. They really did not want me grabbing that, did they? Alright. Archimic files are Archimic exploding. Okay, cool. And then we just kind of cut our way through here. We basically just want to... Because the invuln's probably close to running out. Still got a few of these cyber demons, because the sheer number of rockets they like to spew can be a little bit of an issue. Who would have thought, right? Okay. Easy there, chums. It's more revenants alive than I would like. Either that or they're just positioned in a very inconvenient way. Either way is possible. Thankfully, there's a pile of health over here in the form of megaspheres, so we're just going to go ahead and take advantage of that. And these guys are great in number, that's for sure. Oh, in case you missed it, there's also arachnotrons up above. Figure they're kind of a minor point in this fight, in the grand scheme of things. Especially since they tend to infight quickly, and I guess one advantage they do have is they sort of bring the cyber demons and the revenants kind of close to that base ledge. So they take some of them out of the fight, even if they can't really, there we go. Okay, so we hit the switch and go up there and take it out, but yeah, even if they're standing here and they can't really hit them or retaliate, yeah. Okay. Let's kind of push forward here. We do have plenty of health. I'm not super concerned about that unless I start taking like a massive number of 40 damage hits, which would just be upsetting. But thankfully, it hasn't really happened. And just take these guys out. Kind of spread the tracers, you know, there's enough for everybody. And we're gonna grab one of these megaspheres here, drop down, and then just kind of make our way slowly over this way. As you can see, there's a lot of pinkies, suntanned pinkies, and imps. We do need to clear a path because I don't know, there's another phase to this fight coming up. If you're wondering, if you've never played Junkfood 2 before, you'll notice there were two cyber demon recolors. They have the original one, which has the blue wires instead of red ones, because, I don't know, summer vibes, I guess. And then you have those ones, which are kind of like gray-skinned. These guys have 1,000 health. So, much easier to take out when they have the health of a Baron, but they're still very lethal, for obvious reasons. Alright, so we have the infinite BFG, so we're just going to go ahead and spam it against these fellows while we contemplate phase 2 of the madness. What's going to end up happening, so we have the, you can actually see in the distance there's some power-ups over there. There's invulns and megaspheres. that ends up getting lowered when we start the next phase of the fight. There's a switch kind of like right near there. You might have even seen it a few times. Well, what that also ends up doing is spawning a whole ton of archviles into this arena to pick up all of these corpses that we left behind. And a few cyber demons too, just, you know, for flavor. Flavor, junk food, lol. But, yeah, so what we're gonna do is switch to the rocket launcher. I guess we'll just grab that berserk. It's in the way. Bonk that, start firing rockets, kind of right there. We do have to worry about retaliatory zaps. Okay, like that. Rocket launcher is probably best here because you really can't get close enough to effectively use the BFG against them, at least not yet. So we're going to take out as many of them as we can from a distance, grab the second invuln, and then rush forward. The objective being to push our way back into the Doritos lab. I love junk food. I mean, the real thing as well as the WAD, you know. Let's try to kind of... Okay, see what I mean? This is definitely one of those easier said than done sort of things. I'm sure the retaliatory zaps are not helping matters at all, but... I wonder if using the rocket launcher here might be a good initial step. Yeah, I figure I might as well empty this thing and then we can just kind of go over there. So now eventually they will slowly filter their way towards us. And I guess we're just going to shoot the same Hell Knight over and over again. You know, that kind of reminds me of like way back when I used to play Battlefield. When you'd have like medics farming experience by resurrecting people who would just end up dying again. Just because they were in the middle of a really, really bad situation. Yeah, fun times. Hey, you know, as long as your experience is going up, it doesn't matter if you're actually hurting the team overall by wasting tickets. Yeah. Pretty sure that game just made me a very, very bitter person in the long run. But that's okay. Honestly, this is going to sound weird, but I actually had more fun playing it on 360 as opposed to PC. I don't know. I think the fact that the skill ceiling was generally lower kind of helped it feel a little bit less try-hardy in a lot of ways. Yeah, I don't know. Probably a perspective thing. Or maybe because the skill ceiling was lower, I was just overall able to make more of an impact. Who the hell knows? I will say, though, one of my favorite... I would say favorite gaming things just in general was with Bad Company 2. Because my friends and I would play it on 360. And it had, weirdly enough, before the mainline Battlefield got it, it had like building destruction mechanics and stuff like that. And there was this one map, I don't remember what it was called, but it was basically like a, kind of like this big winter snowscape. And what we would always end up doing is camping into in the houses. And, basically just sniping at people, and eventually they would just kind of all try to gang up on us while the rest of our team was over completing objectives. And it was like the most... I mean, it was just a lot of fun. Basically, four of us just kind of hunkered down in this little shitty house, just kind of dealing with things. That also kind of led me to realize just how... oh, what's the word for it? This is going to sound very hypocritical considering I can't think of the word because... Oh, like a... single-focused, I guess. I guess that'd be a good way of putting it. Hey, look, I'm trying to dodge Cyber Demon rockets. Cut me some slack. But it kind of made me realize just how... you know, how people just can't multitask. Which has been kind of proven, really. Because I also had another incident that happened when I was playing World of Warcraft with a friend. We decided to hop on our rogues and then just queue up for Battlegrounds. It ended up pulling Arathi Basin, which I don't think I've ever won Arathi Basin. And essentially, for those unaware, that's one of those like sort of take and hold sort of maps. So you capture a location, your score goes up, and then after you reach a certain score threshold, the game ends and somebody wins. Easy peasy. Well, with this one, what we ended up doing is immediately we went over to one of the Alliance-controlled sections. We were Horde, of course. You know, for the Horde, Death of the Alliance, etc. And started just sapping people. Now with like with rogues, they have like the ability to stealth, basically be invisible to other players until they start attacking and wailing on people. But there is one move they can do while stealthed and remaining stealth, which is sap. Basically just hitting an enemy from behind and then stunning them for, you know, a little while. Well, we went around and just kept sapping people. Well, instead of just ignoring it, moving on, and just realized we were basically just trolling them, they made it their mission to hunt down and just destroy the 2 rogues that were messing with them. And basically the rest of our team, I mean not all of them, obviously, a few of them tried to actually do the objectives, but yeah, it's like the rest of our team was like just going and actually playing the map as you're supposed to. So we ended up winning by a landslide, and at one point I think our teammates ended up saying something to the effect of, okay, we don't know what you're doing over there, but keep it up. I don't know, it was fun. It's always kind of nice just sort of subverting things a little bit, especially when it ends up working. There you are. Awesome. And there you go. Welcome to another episode of Gaming with Spectre. Stories, sights, and sounds, and slaughter, and all that good stuff. But anyway, let's hop into the exit here. That was Doritos Research Lab Incident by Petian. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this was just a fun map. I remember, well, I was going on a not Payday, what the hell, Junkfood 2 binge a while ago, and this one just kind of, I don't know, it rubbed me in the right way. That sounds lewd, but hey, you know, it's okay, because we're 12, 13 minutes in, something like that. But yeah, there's your Friday dose of junk food, everybody. We're going to be getting on to like actual projects pretty soon. Got a few things coming up. It was just kind of interesting that Augur Zenith and Alphabet Doom kind of just wrapped up at the same time. But we're going to do a few one-offs and then kind of get back to something a bit more serious. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed my stupid little tales. And I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.